Hey everyone, Jared Gatsby, your local real estate superhero here again. Today we are going to be doing a really short video, so I'm going to ask up front that everyone like and subscribe for this video because YouTube gets a really weird kick out of people doing that kind of thing, and they also get a really big kick out of long form videos on YouTube, and this just definitely isn't going to qualify for that. But I wanted to do something that's really short and easy to digest for something that can look really intimidating whenever you first see it. You've seen, the title of this video, so you know what we're talking about. We're talking about termite reports and what Section 1 and Section 2 damages are. So if you're buying a home or if you're selling a home and someone gets a termite report done on the property, you are going to see this, and there are going to be some questions that you may or may not have. The easiest way to kind of categorize what it is that you're reading is into two sections. That's going to be Section 1 and Section 2 damages for the property in regards to termites, respectively. And so breaking these two down is the best way to kind of categorize what it is you're looking at, the kind of repairs that you want to have done, and kind of what it is that you're reading in a nutshell. So let's break them down. They're not too complicated, but they can get confusing if you don't know what you're reading. So number one, or Section 1 damages, is basically anything that's active or any kind of active infestation. And so this could be active damages, or it can be active infestation of termites on the property. So that's where this can get kind of confused, and it's really easy once you understand exactly what it means. But active infestation is exactly what it sounds like. That's active termites. But active damage can be anything as far as damage that may have been done by termites that is still occurring on the property. So maybe you got the home treated for the termites, but you never fixed some of the damages that were there from them, and those damages are occurring and getting worse. And so those can also fall into Section 1 damages, which can and will get worse if they don't get treated. That is why they're put into that category. It's basically, if you see Section 1, that is something that is going to change for the negative as time goes on. Section 2 is a lot more straightforward because it's basically everything else that can be caused by termites. And so this is anything that's inactive, any inactive termites, any inactive damage. This is really straightforward because this can be something that maybe wasn't even a big deal that you may see in a report. So this can sometimes be some stuff that you see that may scare you on first read that really ends up not amounting to much. So you may see something that says Section 2 termite damage throughout a lot of the home, but then you never really noticed anything, and it's because there's not that much damage to begin with. You can see Section 2 termite damage on something as small as a couple of fascia boards, but if you don't know what you're reading and you see that the fascia boards have quote-unquote termite damage, it can scare some people. But if you see Section 2 on any of it, this means that it's not going to get worse as time goes by, at least in its current state. So it's really not the biggest issue in the world as long as the damage itself isn't already severe. So because it's not going to get worse means you don't have to worry about this progressing in severity as time goes by. But if it's a big issue already, then you just want that big issue fixed. The other thing to keep in mind when it comes to termite reports is that these can affect your loans. Certain loans require that you have termite damages taken care of in one category or the other, or both. And so definitely look into it, or have an agent that's able to understand what loans they're looking at whenever you're reviewing offers or when you're presenting offers, because they're important to kind of keep in mind as far as how you go about presenting them, how you go about reviewing them, and how you go about taking care of everything from that point onward. But really important to know whenever you're reading it, because otherwise small things like Section 2 damages throughout the home can look intimidating until you realize that they're not that big of a problem. Or you might see something that says active Section 1, but ultimately the problem's been taken care of, or at least the termites have been, but maybe there's a reoccurring issue that just hasn't been fixed. So those are your two categories, Section 1, Section 2, broken up so that way you guys can easily digest them. That way you can understand whenever you're put in a situation where someone's talking about a title report. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. My phone number and everything's always going to be somewhere on my channels. That way you guys have the ability to reach out to me. But more simply put, just go ahead and make a comment in this video, and I will talk to you guys later, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye.